Hi, my name is Jeff Pagano, and welcome to the Harping on Rugby preview show on our YouTube channel. Please be sure to hit that like and or subscribe button if you can. Joining me this week once again is someone back earning Harping cap number 136. Welcome back to Mr. Neil Keego Keegan.
Good afternoon, Jeff. I hope you're well. With these Friday kickoffs, it kind of made my Thursday into something I'm not used to still. So, thankfully, I remembered that the team was selected or named at lunchtime, and I'm not annoying people trying to find who's on the team.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been thrown. We even had a Thursday kickoff one of the nights this year, so it's been all over the place. But before we get to the match, just your quick thoughts maybe on what happened in Glasgow last Saturday.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi is pretty bad here. I don't know. You were saying something happened last week against. I, I've lost it. No, look,
Bad
it was.
connection.
Yeah. Well, look, it was terrible. It was a really bad day at the office. As we said before, we were kicking off. It's just got to be washed away. Don't dwell on it. Move on. But it really, really wasn't good. Usually we can find bits and pieces that we can hang on to. Look, the lads will know far more than we will. It just was nowhere near good enough. So with all the games coming up, I'm bringing the kids in next weekend. We need something better against Edinburgh. We need something better tomorrow as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was we talked about it with Keno was on the pod wrapping it up, and it was just that 10-minute spell, 10-11 minute spell in the first half, two yellow cards, just literally everything went wrong. Tries running in from all angles. But I mean, even when you're short-handed, for it to happen that easily was a bit
Yeah.
frustrating to watch. But they'll definitely need to put on a show this weekend. But anyway, let's move on to this match. It's our feature match of the week, which is of course Leinster v Scarlets in round 14 of the 25-26 BKT United Rugby Championship. It is taking place at the Aviva Stadium on Friday, March 27th, kicking off at 7:45 p.m. with TV coverage on Premier Sports 1 and URC.tv. Leinster named their matchday squad at lunchtime on Thursday. If you're watching on YouTube, it should be right there on the screen. Or for pod listeners, you'll find it in the program notes. Now, Keego has picked out some points from this team, starting with the midfield.
Yeah, I love it. I know a lot of money's been spent on Rico and things like that, but listen, we're at the business end of the season. We need our best players on there. It's just not quite working as it should for him. It's not because he's not trying. He's working really hard. It's just not happening in the midfield the way we would like, the way we're used to with the prime Ringrose and the prime Henshaw. And we've got Jamie Osborne in there now at 12, which I think is fantastic. It's another example of getting our best players on the pitch. And as we were saying beforehand, from 11 to 15, probably from 9 to 15, probably from 1 to 15. These are the form players that we need to be firing on all cylinders. And I think Osborne is great value. He's a bigger unit than he looks on the telly. When you're in there seeing them warm up, he's a big boy. But he's he's a variant of a Henshaw type player. And with Ringrose there as well, he's the foundation of that midfield. I don't want mixed signals. I want, you know what I mean? Ringrose apparently is the translator from Ninaver to that whole part of the pitch. We just need clear signals. Do the basics, make the tackles, nothing silly like last week. Things are going to go wrong for us in the pitch. We have to be able to navigate these things. And I think Osborne's a player who is beyond worth that jersey. So let him get in there and do some business.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying with Keno, we're trying to talk about the defensive lapses against Glasgow and wondering, is it a problem with the system? Or could it be even that, like you say, Ringrose is just so clued in? I mean, he's a system unto himself that
Hmm.
just having him there, he kind of anchors the defense, no matter who's the running it from the coach's box. He's just got such a good brain in seeing what move is going to happen before it happens, and just having him there. But overall, this team that Leinster are putting out, I mean, it's no messing.
No.
It's we're in the business end of the season now. Whether it's Scarlets or anything else, we need to get our best 15 out there where possible. Great, it's a lot of names coming back in there. It's Jamie Osborne as well, Tommy O'Brien, Gibson Park in the back line. It's brilliant stuff. For your second point, you want to talk about Harry.
Yeah, he had a bit of bad luck there during the Six Nations with the concussion, things like that. I think he now sees, which is an amazing journey over the last 3 years. I think he sees a journey to that big jersey. And I think if he remains fit, keeps doing what he's doing, does the does the kicking duties obviously to a high level, I think he sees a journey into a starting 10 for Ireland. Now Jack finished the Six Nations really, really well. but we know what he's dealing with in Munster without starting an argument so early. We know what he's
Harry or
facing.
Jack? The new
Yeah.
debate.
And Sam is rebuilding, and that's fine. That's another project. He's still, 21, 22 years of age. So Harry's primed. He's a big boy again with a run of injury-free form. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's right there beside the Ireland starting nine, which isn't a bad thing. That's a great thing to have in pressure situations. So I think Harry is the one who's come out of a bad last week for Leinster and a good finish for Ireland in the Six Nations. He's coming out here with the biggest opportunity, and I think he can take full advantage of it, especially starting tomorrow. I think he can really start taking advantage of it as we get into the knockout rugby the following week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw what happened in the Six Nations. Sam obviously was considered number one in the pecking order going into it, playing against France. That didn't go well, but they were able to change things up, which is
Mhm.
fine. It could be something similar here. They gave Sam a run against Glasgow. It didn't quite work out, and they've got Harry there able to step in, and he's been in good form. So they're giving him a go and to see how he clicks with this top team. So. But with Sam still on the bench there, he's still involved.
Mhm.
So it is good to see. We spoke a lot about the backs and the forwards. Great to see Porter back,
Yeah.
Furlong, McCarthy, all those. Apparently, RG had some bad news during the week. James Ryan isn't quite back, but it's still very strong. Caelan Doris, Van der Fleer, no Jack Conan. Hopefully, he'll be back soon as well. But on the bench, Alex Soroka. We thought
Yeah.
he's been in flying form this season. It's great to see him back. It's a mixed kind of bench, but this is a kind of it's such a strong starting lineup that the hope is that we'll start the game strongly for sure. It's a really good lineup. Robbie Henshaw on the bench as well at 23, so lots of experience throughout the 23. Okay. Now it's time to have a quick look at our opponents, the Scarlets. They're not having their best season. They currently lie 14th in the URC with 4 wins and 1 draw from their 13 matches so far. They did score a home win over Ulster in January, but have not won outside of Wales since last season. One thing I had forgotten until I prepared this bit is that Jared Payne is their assistant coach, although
Mhm.
he is leaving the region at the end of the season. They'll come to Dublin to compete, Keego, but how do I put it? It's not easy to see them as favourites, is it?
Well, listen. After last week, you're dead right. We've just got to take it minute by
Don't want to
minute
tempt
here.
the
Like
Walker gods.
100%. Like the Scarlets were always a team that played really good rugby, and there was a period of time there. There was them, there was Ospreys, who were kind of winning or pretty close to winning the URC or Rabo or whatever it was at the time. And they were playing really really good rugby. Uh, as we say all the time, it's a free shot. Like their their season is basically over. It's about pride and things like that, and Welsh teams have that. They don't have support from anyone else with any money, but they have massive amounts of pride, and they're real. So I think that's why we've started with our big selection to start the game. It kind of strangles them straight away. That's the idea. A big start strangles the Scarlets, and we rebuild confidence. I think that's the idea. But like it's a free shot. There's nothing better as a team knowing that you basically have freedom to do what you want, whether it's 7-0 or 700-0. For Scarlets, it makes no difference. So they have that kind of thing off their back. All the pressure is on Leinster.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've said it always about the Welsh. I mean, whatever's going on, off the pitch and whatever, maybe a lack of morale, whatever. The one thing you can say about them is they will always, always have quality players. And they can all do it on the day, and should never take them for granted. And we're pretty sure Leinster won't. Leinster want to put in a performance in front of the crowds, especially after the last couple of games have gone. But the Scarlets won't throw in the towel. That's for sure. They're not coming to make up the numbers.
Mm.
Okay, so the officials for the match, we've got the South African official holding the whistle and a TMO there with Irish assistants. The weather for D4 on Friday evening is supposed to be clear. It looks like it's going to behave. Fingers crossed. 4 degrees. It's been kind of cold the past few days, so I'm expecting to wrap up for the evening, but hopefully the rain will stay away. So now it's time to have a quick look at the other matches this weekend. Which one catches your eye?
We're going to Galway as we always do. So Saturday night rugby or Saturday afternoon rugby in Galway. Connacht, massive win for them last weekend. Really, I was so happy because we've been saying it nearly every week. They're this close to just breaking the duck and getting a bit of momentum. They've started that as they're going into the Challenge Cup next week, playing the Ospreys. And I haven't even looked at the Ospreys, but they there's another opportunity for Connacht to really keep that momentum going. Bundy coming back like he hasn't eaten in 6 months. Like it's really, really fantastic what's happening out there. And I think if it's like any habit, if they can do 3 games in a row, regardless of the result, if they can do what coach wants them to do, they'll be in the shop window. And I was so impressed with them last week. Ulster are the form team in the league, certainly in the provinces, and they were good value for that win. So the Ospreys won't fancy going to Galway, even in the fancy new stadium, and then build a bit more momentum going into the Challenge Cup next week.
I mean, I wonder how many times over the years has Connacht been the only province, when all 4 provinces are playing, the only province to actually win of a
Yeah.
weekend. That was an outstanding performance, and it puts them right in the playoff picture and something to play for. And perfect time to have a home game to consolidate on that result with the Ospreys coming in. The Elsewhere, we've got the leaders, Glasgow, are playing Benetton. We'll need to keep they'll be playing the same time as us. We need to keep an eye on them because we want to stay in touch with the top. Munster still have a tricky. They're still in that South Africa tour. Took a walloping. It's a carbon copy of our performance at the start of the season. Got nilled the first week, and they're playing away to the Bulls the following week. So they're going to need to improve there. Want to get something out of that. Well, Ulster go to Zebra. They're going to have to pick up the pieces after that
Hmm.
result. Lots of big matches around the league this weekend, and also just to mention for the women's, the Celtic Challenge final. Wolfhounds beat Clovers. Both Irish teams made it to the final as expected. It's essentially a final trial match ahead of the Six Nations. And if you go back one in our YouTube feed, you'll see myself and Keeno had a good look ahead to how the Irish squad is shaping up for that. So do check that out. Okay, we'll go back to our feature match now. Let's head on the block town, Keego. How do you see it going in D4 on Friday?
Well, as I'm thinking about this, all our Munster brothers and sisters, I'm not winding you guys up. Go and protest that board. Get a new board in there. Reset everything. We need you guys to be operating at a high level. Just go and do it, please. Just get them out. They've cost too much money, too many problems. Now, back to the real rugby team. Um, so I got
I'll
I
leave
got
that out
a
of the TikTok.
the Munster TikTok won't be happy. Now I got it spectacularly wrong as I do most games last week. But I think when I saw that selection there a few minutes ago, I think there's a big win in this, and I think it's a big, angry, aggressive win. I think we're going to see a captain who is just tearing people up. So I think it's going to be Leinster by 2 or 3 scores, and I think they're going to try and send a message again. And we can't have last week ever again. So now we start. So I think it's going to be 2, 3 scores.
Yeah, we get accused a lot of times, Leinster fans being arrogant, whatever, but I don't think anyone who follows rugby could look at the form books and say that Leinster, and especially when you see the two lineups, Leinster are expected home advantage. Everything's in their favour. They should go out and they should press home that advantage. Doesn't mean they're going to, doesn't mean things can't go wrong, doesn't mean the Scarlets can't put in a good performance, but we're talking about expectations going into it,
Hmm.
what we'll need and what Leinster are going to need towards the rest to bring forward to the rest of the season. We should not expect, but think that they should get that home win and with that team selected. Okay, listen, we're going to leave it there, man. What stand up gigs have you got in the horizon?
Yeah, we're getting busy again. So actually tonight, 9 to 11, Freedom FM, the Keego show is on. This Sunday, we have 3 tickets left for McSorley's Comedy Club. The fall on the 2nd of April, we're opening in Hyde Comedy Club right in the middle of Dublin. And then we're getting ready for Crack Theatre Comedy Club in the Mill Theatre at the end of April. The date has escaped me. There's too many dates. Time has lost all meaning. But we'll be there or thereabouts. KeegoLaughs.com for everything.
Yeah, all those dates are in those links, and we'll put them in the program notes. Okay, well, listen, thanks for Kigo for coming on. Have you back on again soon.
Absolutely. Have a great one.
And thanks to you all for checking out our latest preview show. Be sure to enjoy the match wherever you are and leave your thoughts on our Facebook page after the full time whistle. And look out for that Rap Pod recording on Sunday evening. Hopefully, you'll help us out by liking, sharing, and subscribing. In the meantime, stay safe, everyone. Slán.